Welcome back everybody, Matt the Bat here, hope you're doing well. So we have a new Amazon original movie called Totally Killer. It stars Kiernan, Shipka, Olivia Holt, Julie Bowen. I was interested in this movie. I saw the trailer a couple weeks ago and I thought horror, comedy, slasher. Almost like Scream. Why not? Hey look, I got Ghostface. So I checked this out last night, and I was very, very happy with this film. It is a cool concept. It takes the concept of Back to the Future, but as a slasher movie, where our main actress, played by Kiernan Shipka, her character's name is Jamie, and she has to go back in time to stop a killer who ends up killing someone in her family. But also at the same time, she goes back to the 80s, 1987, where she sees a younger version of her mother and a younger version of her father, and she's trying for them not to get together at the moment because it might screw up everything else, kind of like Back to the Future. And I really like that idea, and one of the things that really worked in this movie was the humor. Because you got someone who's in the present day and Gen Z, as we call them now. And then she goes back to 1987, where in the 80s, the mentality was different, the way people acted was different, the way people said things was different. It was a completely different culture, environment, everything. Especially when you look at our society today, where if you say this, oh, you're canceled. If you say this, you're woke. If you say this, you're, something else. And to see someone from this generation, or this, where we are now, and have them thrown back to 87, really brought that humor. Very smart and really relatable humor. And I thought that was one of the strongest points of this movie. And it really showed the contrast between people today and people in 1987. And I thought that was really great. Kiernan Shipka as our main character, she does a great job. I really like this actress. Some of you might remember her from Sabrina, the Teenage Witch on Netflix. Or she played Sally Draper, Don Draper's daughter on Mad Men. She brings this, I don't want to say attitude, but like this smart ass, personality a little bit to her in a lot of her roles. Like, I'm tough. I'm gonna tell you off. I don't care. And I like her character. Olivia Holt plays the younger version of her mother in the 80s. In the present day, it's played by Julia Bowen, who a lot of people remember from Happy Gilmore or Modern Family. And I have to admit, Julia Bowen and Olivia Holt, the casting director, did a great job of making them look, you believe that Olivia Holt will grow up to look like Julie Bowen. It's great. It's almost like 13 going on 30. Krista Allen and Jennifer Garner. I thought Olivia Holt did a great job. She first comes off as like a mean girl, and then as we go along throughout the movie, we show that more nice, heartwarming side. I like the Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies in the Robert Zemeckis filmography. And I think this movie does a great job of all those people that say, oh, they can never make Back to the Future a remake of it. And after you watch this movie, you actually go, yeah, I would love to see a Back to the Future remake. And like I said, I thought that was the strongest thing of this movie, of taking someone from now, our generation, and throwing them back into, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and seeing how they are, the contrast to both of them. And like I said, this is a slasher movie, and it does, it makes references to Scream, because the first Scream came out in '96, and it even has, it almost felt like Happy Death Day a little bit, even Halloween. So I really like the slasher aspect of the movie. So overall, I thought this was a really fun slasher comedy. It's only about an hour and 40 minutes, so it's a really quick movie. So if you're looking for something fun, horror, and, if you're a fan of Back to the Future, or Scream, or the Happy Death Day movies, which I think this movie, Totally Killer, does a better job. So the only negative I had with Totally Killer was I didn't understand the mask that the Sweet 16 killer, that's what he goes by, what the mask was trying to me. To me it looked like Johnny Bravo, that cartoon, but I don't know if that was popular in the 80s, since the movie is set when Jamie goes back to the past, it's in 1987. So I don't know if Johnny Bravo was a huge, influence during that time. So the mask was kind of like it's an interesting looking mask, but it looked like a cartoon character. So that was my only negative. And about in the a good chunk of this second act of the movie, you don't see that much killing. You see it in the end of the first act, which makes Jamie go back in time. And then of course in the third act there's a lot of slashing. But in the middle part, there's not that much. So those were my two negatives, the mask, and there's not much slashing going on in the second act than Happy Death Day did. So let me know in the comments below. I would give this a good 4 out of 5. I think it's a solid little hour and 40-minute movie. If you want to get together with your friends and put on Amazon, this is where you do it. So, Totally Killer. This movie might kill me. Totally Killer. Have you seen it? If not, highly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. Let me know in the comments below. Matt the Bat here.